tell you a little bit about the Lagonda. The Lagonda is a 1224, which is about a 1926-27, I believe. And just happens that I've been reading up a little bit about Lagonda just lately, a little bit of bedtime reading, that's all. And this model was made for probably about a maximum of 2 years. It was a bit of an interim model. Lagonda, it turns out, were a very versatile company in as much as that they changed their models and adjusted them, upgraded them and such like on a regular basis. This being one of them, and it was soon superseded by, I think, something like a 1680 or something on that line. I can't remember the exact designated number of it, but anyway, it did only run for about 2 years. I do know that. I think it was reasonably successful, very expensive. And Lagonda were always very caustic, you know, compared to Morris Austin and such like. So something like this in its day would have probably been 500 or 600, 700 quid, a lot of money in its day. But I suppose you could argue the quality is there, there's no question of that. Checkered history, Lagonda made a lot of parts during the war and what have you. The factory was bombed. They were down in Staines, Middlesex, down that way. It started by an American. It's quite strange, really. American guy came over and started to make. They went through all sorts of money problems and bankruptcies and such like, and come out the other end as quality car manufacturers, taken over at the end of the day by Aston Martin, really. So it became Aston Martin Lagonda. But this particular one, like I say, only lasted a couple of years. This cover was put on just really for aesthetic reasons, to make it look a little bit more modern. Under there is exposed valve gear, and that's what they were. They were exposed, it's as simple as that. And someone decided to put a rocker cover on because it modernised the look of the engine. But nice car, and also there were two extras. There was a different sort of wheel and tyre, like a more of a low profile wheel and tyre extra, which I believe this is. But the biggest extra this has got, and it was an extra, it wasn't standard fitment, is front wheel brakes.
Oh, is that right?
So it actually stops, yeah. But a nice car all round, a
Yeah,
lovely vehicle, yeah, locally owned and entered. Really, really nice condition. Side screens all in good order, hood in good order. A little bit of a mark up here on the hood, but look, very, very minor. Nothing really much to talk about or worry about. Just going to give it a bit of a clean up later on. But its general appearance is very attractive. Nice number plate. Beautiful dashboard. I think this was I've got a thing about dashboards, steering wheels and stuff like that. And basically, it's simple. It's because you spend your time sitting there looking at it. You know, you're obviously looking out the windscreen to see where you're going. But when you're not looking at the windscreen, you're looking at the dashboard. And I think it's really important to have a particularly nice dashboard. And that's got it. Nickel fittings and what have you. The
front radiator and things are lovely, aren't
they?
they?
Yeah, all nickel fittings, yeah, all nicely done. Just generally a beautiful quality car that I think is reasonably reserved. I can imagine it achieving somewhere around the sort of £15,000 mark, which for a Lagonda, I know you're paying for the name, because if it was a Cowley, if you like, or even an Oxford, you'd be sort of hovering around the £10,000 or £12,000 mark, something like that. So you're giving a bit more money for the Lagonda name, but then again, quality is there as well. So I think it'll prove a very good buy. It's a very good club, very good backup, support, technical spares and such like. So I think someone's going to buy themselves an extremely good, high quality 1920s Tourer.
Lovely.